Hey, it's your boy Picante Nino coming at you with another video. I was recently going through my Twitch VODs and I ended up having a very crazy discussion about why guilds are useless. Hold on, let me go to my big face cam. In this discussion, I ended up talking about why guilds are useless, why mercs are kind of bad for us. We talk about a little bit about evasion, the 15v15, but in general, why are guilds not good right now? And even though they should be bringing us together. So in this Twitch talk, I ended up just going over these points. And if you guys want more discussions like this, my Twitch is down below. If not, just leave a lot of, comments and likes. We're almost there to get monetized, so I appreciate the support that I've been getting recently. And with that, let's just roll the intro. And that's why I like BDO, bro. Like, you don't have to play during the hours that your guild is active or not, because the game really doesn't force people to play with each other during certain times, right? You can just do your own thing. But also, that's another thing why BDO is dying. There's not a lot of group content and reasons why people will want to be part of a community, right? Because you can just do everything solo. But people who do PvP, who are really into PvP, they don't need to join a guild because they could just merc in. I feel like the merking system is very toxic to BDO. Number one, you could be a merc part of a guild and you could fight someone else's GVG. Okay, why? Why? You could just get some really high geared person from Snake or something. You could be a small PvE kind of guild, and then you hire someone from Cho or Snake, right? I don't even know if Snake is even strong no more, but regardless, Cho is really strong. And you can just merc them in, and then they'll just win you the whole entire GVG. The people in the high guilds, people like to say that they're bad at PvP. What else do they got to do other than fucking PvP? They have the gear, bro. They could afford to spend a couple of hours into PvP. And place, that's the whole type of guild that they're surrounded by, so of course they know the strats. Maybe they might be a little bit gear carried because they don't have to fucking grab you by the weave and smack your ass down. They just need to grab you by the toe, But regardless, I feel like that's my feeling, bro. Just merc system, I think. I'm gonna do a really hot take here, bro. The merking system in BDO, not the play, brother. Not the play. And I'm kind of glad that this is the first content where it's just yeah, mercs cannot participate in your 15v15 GVG. Your 15v15 GVG? Yep. No more. Only actual bona fide guild members, not these murky mercs. Because for me, I like to do guild bosses, right? But the thing is, my guild, right? My guild, which was Soaked, right? They only do guild bosses on Sundays. Well, Sundays I play card games. Okay, well, let me just go join another guild that hosts guild bosses whenever I am free and not playing card games. Oh shit, I can just merc into a guild? I don't have to leave my guild? Alright, cool. I stay in my current guild, and that's it. Very convenient, right? But the thing is, it doesn't lead me to find a community that I 100% jive with, And if that was the case, I would have been either number one, talking to my guild to change up the days, or I'd just leave and find another guild that does guild bosses on the days that I'm free, It kind of just takes off the thing and you just being complicit with the status quo of people just being average. That's why these guilds, they don't want to do anything with their guild because they're just happy just coasting around. They get people to join in that aren't part of their guild, and they can still do whatever they want. And the more and more stuff like that, the more and more guilds that are like that propagate and they stick around, which means there's a lot of people joining dead guilds. There's a lot more people joining dead guilds. And just so you know, the reason why I've been playing this game for almost 8 years, solely because of the community, bro. And you know what the community is? The community is guilds. And the merking system kind of put a big de-emphasis on guilds because you really don't need guilds no more. They try to make it where yeah, you can join guilds and you get these what is it, +5 AP, this accuracy, HP, resistance, and all that jazz, right? Yeah, cool. That was back then, bro. Those stats were pretty hefty back then because you could actually notice the difference between a hidden AP and a flat AP, like a sheet AP. It was very noticeable way back then, right? Even 15 AP is noticeable, right? But this is 5. This is 1/3 of anything that is noticeable. You know, like, let's say that you notice $1 coming out of your bank account. Cool, right? Like, that's the minimum that you'll actually give a shit about, right? Imagine giving a fuck about 1/3 of the minimum that you give a shit about. No, you're not gonna care. You're really not gonna care, and that's what the guild buffs gives you. They give you 1/3 of what you actually care about. And you can actually ignore it too, because it's literally not significant. I really don't notice any, like, money per hour whenever I'm grinding with guild or not guild. Like, I really don't even notice it. Even my trash loot doesn't even reflect anything remotely close to guild buffs. I guess, like, PvP can make an argument depending on if you're fighting, like, this evasion player and you just can't get over the hump of, like, killing them with your accuracy, then yeah, maybe, right? Like, there's always a maybe for everything. But I'm just saying, like, I could live without guild buffs. That's the point. That's the point that I'm trying to get at. Either, hey, they make more stuff like guild v guild, no mercs allowed, and you kind of just do your thing with your actual guildmates, right, that are actually fun. The reason why we get gear, I don't know why they're de-emphasizing gear for endgame content, bro. I feel like the BDO, they're very lucky, bro. They're very lucky that their combat is good, because they honestly made some big-ass mistakes. Hey, man, I know you worked really hard for this gear, but not everyone has worked very hard for their gear. And you know what? We're gonna set you up at these tier 3 node wars, or tier 1 node wars, whichever one, the one that caps your health and your AP, right? Yeah, we know you worked your ass off for that. Yeah, we're gonna make you run less gear score than what you actually have. And then the people who do have a gear score, they can start running these, like, goofy-ass accessories like the Chimera necklaces or earrings or whatever the fuck. And they can just start slapping and bapping, like, pretty hard, man. They can start running quest accessories and hit harder than what the game is actually intended for during the Node Wars. And you know what's kind of crazy, too? Pearl Abyss has known about this for fucking years, bro. I'm gonna say half a fucking decade. I'm gonna confidently say they've known about this for half a decade, bro. And honestly, they don't care to fix it until this year. They said, oh, we're gonna revamp Node Wars. Alright, well, right now you still haven't fixed it. It's been what? Ever since you knew the issue was there, I'm gonna confidently say that they've known about it for 5 years. So we'll see, man. We'll see, man. Because they're removing all this kind of PvP stuff, and now they're giving us back uncapped Guild v Guild, 15 versus 15. Amazing. Amazing. Now people are going to start complaining about evasion. Because the only way you can start complaining about evasion is if you actually start playing with uncapped bullshit. Evasion's really dumb once you start getting up into higher gear score levels. Hey, why the hell did I just die to a guy that 30 people couldn't kill in one combo? I don't know, it's probably evasion. Why did my couch all of a sudden get flipped over, my car on fire, and my wife is now impregnated? I don't know, probably fucking evasion. You know, you don't hear that coming from a DR person, bro. You really don't. DR's like, damn, dude, I got slapped the shit out of by this dude running Nuver, I'm fucking dead. Or, oh shit, I don't have enough AP to kill this guy because he's running DR. Oh, I pop a Giant Strout and I'm fucking dead. You know, like, there's an obvious counter to DR, right? And the obvious counter to DR, just pop a fucking Giant Strout. Really, just pop a Giant Strout, bro. You're struggling against that DR class? Pop that Giant Strout. You're struggling against the evasion person? You don't fight them. You let them take your house, your lunch money, and your chicken sandwich. You know? There's nothing you can do about it. So you don't play the right class? Okay, well, sucks to suck. Hold on. Let me just bend you over right quick. Gabagoo, gabagee. I'm running the evasion. Look at me. And that's a